When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Welcome to historic Tysinger. Tonight's contest between the Southern Wesleyan Warriors and the Chowan Hawks. It's Will and Chris on the mic tonight for this Conference Carolinas matchup, with Chowan coming in with a 4-19 overall record, 4-15 in conference play, and your Warriors at 3-22 and 3-16 in conference play. Will, what are you looking for tonight out of the Warriors here, especially in the first half?
Tonight I'm looking for them to really keep possession of the ball and not have some rather silly mistakes early on. Keep possession and try and find the basket early with making their shots and knocking them down.
So possessions will be key, and it does seem like that for the Warriors as they've gone throughout this season. And they can come away with a full set, whether they got a good shot at it and knocked it down, or even a good shot at it and didn't knock it down. It seems to correlate into their performance throughout the rest of the game.
That's right.
So we'll see tonight as the Warriors are dressed in white with blue numbers and the Hawks in their away blue with white numbers. We're about ready to roll here. Referee's ready to step in. Starting lineup for the Hawks, 5, 12, 24, 32, and 33. That's Coker, Barnett, Copeland, Hinton, and Hopkins. The Warriors go with number 1, 3, 23, 30, and 32. That's Hall, Burnett, Tanaje Williams, Emily Waters, and Anicia Williams. And Anicia now with possession. Looks like a matchup 2-3 zone by the Hawks. It's dribbled out high, knocked into Burnett, who takes the long three. Offensive boards knocked around, and it's a one there by the Hawks on a loose ball rebound.
That's right. It was good original movement by the Warriors, able to get a nice clean shot.
Hopkins.
On the rebound.
Hopkins out to Coker, back to Hopkins. High screen and roll now with Hopkins. Far side, turns down the three. That's Copeland, and a double dribble call against the Hawks.
And so good pressure there by the Warriors. Forces the mistake there from the Hawk.
Chowan, the newest member in Conference Carolinas, comes out of the CIAA. As that cut was open for Williams, Waters threw it a touch high, and Williams let it go through thinking that it was for someone else.
That's right, but that's what I talked about earlier before this one started off, was those possessions are key for the Warriors early in the game as it affects them later on too.
High pick and roll with Coker, left hand, now up high. Dribble drives hard, gets an extra step in there, and that ball is going to be out of play off of the Hawks and look like off of number 32, Hinton. So neither team will right now in any kind of offensive flow.
It could possibly take them a while. Both teams playing rather hectic defense as that ball shot up in the defensive board.
Barnett brings it across for the Hawks, keeps it in her right hand, goes up, off the glass, too strong, and that's going to be out of play off of the Warriors. So the Hawks will have 22 left on the shot clock. Coker gets cut off baseline, dumps it inside to Hinton, and Hinton's going to be called for the travel as she looks to face to the rim and drags the pivot foot.
That's right, and it was a good job by Waters there, moving her feet, able to just stay straight up and stand in front of the offense.
So 0-0 here, 8:19 left in the first quarter, and really nobody's been even close yet. See if the Warriors can get something here in this possession. 15 on the shot clock, 4 out, 1 in now as Burnett loses her dribble. Williams goes in strong and is going to get fouled and head to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, it was a great cut there by Williams as she was able to move past her defender. And then a good look there from Burnett as she was able to find the open passing lane.
So that sends Anicia Williams to the line to shoot two. The foul goes against number 12. That's Icy Barnett. She picks up the team's first, her first.
And the Warriors on the board first at 1-0 at the 8:03 mark.
That's normally a soccer score you might see.
Second one goes down for Williams, and the Warriors will come out in a 1-2-2 three-quarter court press. Barnett able to take it away. Goes up strong right hand, too strong off the backboard. And here come the Hawks in counterattack.
Warriors are playing good defense here. It was a great steal by Burnett and a great charge there taken by Williams. Burnett a little too strong on the offensive glass, but the Warriors able to gain possession back.
Yeah, I think Burnett was anticipating the foul and really just overextended herself at the rim. But like you said, Anicia just lined her up and took the charge. Waters with the two ball, too strong. And here comes Chowan now in transition with Coker. 16-footer off the front of the rim, no good. Waters with the rebound.
Yeah, Warriors will look to settle it down here, really get into their game early on so that they're able to carry it throughout each quarter.
Amari Hinton picks up her first, team second. It looks like the Warriors are going to try to enter it into the high post area with Waters and see if they can get anything backdoor or see if Waters can drop step into the paint. Waters puts it on the deck, squeezes through, anticipates the foul again, and misses the layup.
Yeah, both teams a little too strong on the offensive glass right now, anticipating fouls that aren't there.
Copeland back out to Coker. Coker now puts it on the deck, goes into the short corner, off the glass, and good for two. That's number 11, Destiny Robinson, who just checked in for the Hawks. Burnett now on the back cut. Williams puts it on the deck with the left hand, gets to the rim off the glass, and takes the foul this time, and she'll head to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, great cut there left, able to use her left hand and draw the foul.
Foul looks like it's against number 5, Mariah Coker, the senior out of Portsmouth, Virginia, picks up her first, team fourth.
That's right. That's something the Hawks have to look out for right now. Fifth foul will put the Warriors at the line for the rest of the period.
Warriors really need to take advantage of these, though. They've missed at least two layups as Williams knocks down the second of two.
That's right. All their points right now coming from the line.
Looks like the Warriors are in a 3-2 zone. Wide open three for Coker from the left corner is good.
Yeah, Warriors got caught there, out of position a little bit, and that left her open for the wide open three.
Williams far side on the three-point line, hits the back of the rim, and here come the Hawks now in transition. Coker crosses, goes to the 33, Hopkins. Hopkins surveys, back to Coker. Coker pops it inside. That's Robinson to Hopkins. Burnett with quick hands up top. Attacks the rim off the glass, too strong. Anissa Williams is there. Not strong enough that time, and here come the Hawks in transition.
That's right. Burnett's so good at stealing the ball, leads the team in steals with, I believe that it will be about 81 now, including the ones from this game.
Correct.
So very quick, active hands on defense.
Yep, right now she just needs to settle down. She usually finishes those at the rim. We'll see if she can stay active hands and finish as we go on.
Yeah.
Hall with the free rebound there. She goes and carries it into the corner for Anicia. She fires a 17-footer, no good. And a foul is going to be called against number 30, Emily Waters, her first, team first. And that'll lead us to the first timeout, an immediate timeout, with the Hawks leading 5-3. You're listening to Warrior Basketball on the SWU Sports Network. contest between the Hawks and the Warriors. It is 5-3 in favor of the visitor, Chowan Hawks, as that one got tipped from behind, but knocked down for two, and the Hawks extend the lead out of the timeout. 7-3 now, Chowan. 4 out, 1 in for the Warriors. Waters running high post to high post. 15 on the shot clock. Burnett to Hall. She picks up the dribble. Brooke Hendricks now gets to the rim. Again, too strong off the glass. And a jump ball called, and that will go with the arrow to the Chowan Hawks.
Warriors right now, they really do need to settle down a little bit in the offense. They drive quick, looking for the foul, but still are not getting it. Hawks being smart in the paint with not fouling the Warriors.
Yeah, exactly what you said at the beginning of the game. Well, it's right now it's just the Warriors not able to convert and are coming away empty, and we'll see if this translates later on into the game. 15-footer too strong by the Hawks, but offensive rebound there by Robinson. Coker now drops it off to Hopkins. She fires a three, too strong. Williams on the defensive board. Loses it, gains it back, fires it forward to Hall. Hall crosses over, hesitates at the rim, and it's going to stay here as it goes off the Hawks out of play.
So the Warriors will retain possession as possession was lost off of the Hawks. Pass into Williams now. Now over to Williams as she's able to convert on the three ball. And so the Hawks will bring it back up court now. Warriors now only trail by one.
That ball's tipped out of play. It looks like it's going to be off the Warriors. Warriors stay in their man-to-man. 3 out, 2 in for Chowan. Burnett got a steal there, but it's off of her foot, so kick ball gives a shot clock of 20 to the Hawks. 7-6 in favor of Chowan. Inside to Robinson. Robinson gets tied up inside. It'll be Warrior basketball. And again, Burnett very active with her hands tonight.
That's right. That's the second tie ball that she's caused, which now gives possession back to the Warriors.
Well, let's see if Burnett can continue to be aggressive with her hands, but see if she can convert them into layups now. She's going to struggle just a little bit to finish. It'll be key for the Warriors to see if she can get a couple knocked down, because when she goes strong, the Warriors seem to really move.
That's right. Once she's able to actually get in her rhythm and knock a few down, then her game defensively and offensively will definitely be helping the Warriors.
So travel call there against number 10, Brooke Hendricks. So the turnover gives the ball back to the Hawks. They lead 7-6 with 2:25 left here, first quarter. Matchup 2-3 zone for the Warriors. Deep three for Hopkins. It's good.
Yeah, that's the second time Warriors have been caught out high in that 2-3 zone, leaving the man in the corner open for the open three.
6 points from that corner three for the Hawks. Now a bad pass there by the Warriors leads to a breakout, and that's going to be off of the Warriors. As number 5, Coker, really felt like she got fouled on the shot attempt. And I might have to agree with her.
I might have to agree with that too. Referees say that it was all ball from behind, but she went up for the shot and wasn't able to follow through.
Robinson misses that little bunny shot there, but Burnett there to clean it up for the Warriors. 10-6, 1:40 left, first period. 3 out, 2 in. Burnett turns down the 3, kicks it far side to Hall. Hall hesitates, floater, gets it blocked there by Robinson. Here come the Hawks in transition. Hopkins fires a corner 3, too strong. Burnett there again for the Warriors.
Warriors need to bring it up here. Just over a minute left, need to settle it down and get a shot down before the end of this period.
T. Williams with the left-hand dribble now brings it all the way high as Coker really makes her extend the dribble. Backdoor cut by Hall, off the glass and good. And T. Williams with a really good job of making sure she was able to find that person underneath.
And Burnett again with the defensive steal for the Warriors.
Timeout call there by Burnett. And again, Burnett has been really the glue in this first quarter to keep the Warriors within touch of the Hawks. Now trailing 10-8 with 46 seconds left. Will, talk to us a little bit about just the key here for this possession.
The key here for this possession is they come in with 46 seconds left. They're down by one possession, really. And so 20 on the shot clock, they should really look to either drive it in or keep those cuts going.
Yeah, I really think, like you saying now, I think there's a backdoor cut. They've got 4 points off of backdoor cuts now. The rest of them are just missed layups that we've had, opportunities. So I think the backdoor cuts there, and then later on, the wide open threes will be there because of the consistency to stay with the backdoor cut.
That's right. They just need to keep moving their feet, passing the ball around. But with passing the ball around, they need to make sure they retain possession and make smart passes.
Good catch there by Diamond Ellison. 15 on the clock, shot clock. High pick and roll with Hall. Hall tries to cross it over, picks up her dribble, looks backdoor, nobody open. Morrison now looks to hand off, keeps the dribble at 4, 3, 2, and makes the layup.
So see a good possession there for the Warriors, able to take or tie it up here in the last minute.
So 1-4 set by the Hawks. They go low into Robinson, and it gets knocked away and out of play with 14.4 seconds left here in the first period.
Warriors need to keep an eye, make sure that there's no open man in the corner for that free ball again.
Easy shot there as Coker was able to get open and get one right at the rim. She gets fouled, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2 with 12.6 seconds left.
As good as the Warriors have been on defense, they were a little relaxed there, leaving the man wide open under the basket for the easy foul.
Yeah, Coker draws the foul, hits the line, and makes the first. The senior guard misses the second, but a offensive board there gives the Hawks another possession. Burnett with good hands knocks it out of play. 6.4 seconds left.
Good play there by Burnett. Warriors right now, 6 seconds left. They need to stay in a man-to-man defense to keep things moving and not give up the open shot.
Coker turns, floater up, too strong, and Morrison with the rebound, and that's going to end the quarter with the Hawks leading 11-10. But the Warriors have survived some poor shooting to stay in this first half. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Warrior Basketball on the SWU Sports Network. Welcome back to Historic Tysinger, where the Warriors lead 14-11, 8:35 left, having a few technical difficulties with the broadcast. We apologize for not having a scoreboard up. Will and I will try to keep you as up to date as we can.
That's right. Warriors have come out hot here in this period, taking the lead by 3 now as they lead 14-11.
Good spin move there by Waters. Too strong at the rim, but she gets fouled and head to the line to shoot 2.
She's been a big factor down low. they're actually driving it down, keeping the ball moving. And now she's at the line looking for a couple more points this period already.
First one's up and good for Waters and the Warriors. Number 22 for the Hawks, Green, a junior out of Newark, New Jersey, readies to sub in. Second one short, rebounded there by Jones, and here come the Hawks. Secondary transition, puts it into the corner. That's Gaither. Short ball on that one, but Gaither able to pick it up. Offensive rebound, goes up again, loses it out of play off the Hawks. That's going to lead to a timeout call by head coach LaToya Jones and the Hawks. Your Warriors lead 15-11 at the 8:04 mark, second period. You're listening to Warrior Basketball on the SWU Sports Network.
Welcome you back here. 8:04 left in the second period. Your Warriors lead 15-11 against the Chowan Hawks.
Looks like a 2-1-2 three-quarter court press by the Hawks. Waters at the 15-foot mark. Back to Hendricks, who fires a three ball. That's off, but it's going to be off the Hawks as number 35, Monique Jones, not able to pull it in.
That was a good look there by Hendricks. They do need to continue to look for those outside shots as well as the backdoor cuts.
Good cut there by Waters as she face cuts to the rim. Now turns, goes up strong. Nothing doing for her, though, and the Hawks come away with possession.
Kind of an awkward angle from not necessarily under the rim, but just off to the side.
3 out, 2 in for the Hawks as the 15-footer goes in for number 35 this time. That's Jones. And we're now a 2-point lead for the Warriors at 15-13. The middle is going to be wide open against this pressure. They want you to throw it sideline to sideline. Williams with the 10-footer, too strong. And right now it's one shot and out for the Warriors on the offensive end.
They aren't pressing too hard on the offensive board, but their defense is what's keeping them in this game right now.
Coker on the drive, too strong off the glass. Warriors gain possession. Now run a 4-out, 1-in set. High pick and roll coming for Williams. She steps back, shoots the three, too strong. Rebound there by Waters, and back up for two for Waters and the Warriors.
Right, able to get the rebound over her own player there and put it in.
That's the aggressiveness we're looking for out of the Warriors as number 14 now fires off a three. It's Patterson, too strong. Anesia Williams with the loose ball rebound.
Warriors still a little confused on that 2-3 zone. Leaving another one open.
Three ball on its way and good. That's Carolyn Reese, the freshman out of Boiling Springs, South Carolina. Warriors up 7 with 6:05 left, first half. Three ball from Coker just in front of the Warriors bench is good. Looked like Brooks Hendricks had good D on her, but Coker just a little bit better with the offense. Foul called as number 35 Jones went for the steal at half court here, and Williams takes the body and the foul.
Yeah, the tough steal attempt there.
So we've got subs on the floor. Waters out. Williams out. So now you've got Reese, Hall, Morrison, Williams, and Hendricks. We'll see if Hendricks and Reese can really pick up the scoring right now. 8 seconds, long pass across, gets picked off. That's Robinson. Takes it all the way down to the left corner.
Yeah, and Chris, those are the passes I'm talking about. You can't look for those in this high level of athletics. Those are going to easily be picked off.
Hinton keeps the dribble up high. They look inside now to Robinson. Robinson lowers the right shoulder, and Hendricks takes the foul. And we'll head the other direction. Basketball going down for the Warriors. 1-2-2 pressure coming from Chowan. Head coach LaToya Jones giving it to the official on the far sideline. Hall brings it across into the corner. Williams has it. Looks inside to Morrison. Now they swing it all the way across. Hendricks crosses over. Back to Reese now. The ball gets knocked away. And right now the Warriors empty on back-to-back offensive possessions.
Yeah, it's 2 turnovers in a row for the Warriors. As it leads to an open 3. Lucky for a miss. And now they retain possession. They need to, again, just bring things back down to their pace. Look for the open cut.
Right now the Warriors getting burned on those long passes, or what I call flat passes, as one goes straight into the post and off the glass for 2 for the Warriors.
And just like that, they settle things down, keep their eyes moving around the court, able to find the open man for the open basket.
Unnecessary foul by Hendricks as she comes up hard, but then reaches and draws the first team foul of the second period.
That is one thing the Warriors have gotten better at, especially in this game. Very few fouls. I believe they had possibly 2 in the first period and only 1 here with just over 4 minutes remaining in the second period.
Bland now tries to go right side, gets it knocked away. Again, Burnett, who just subbed in, already able to get a hand on the ball. Not able to maintain possession as it bounces into her Warrior bench. But really scrappy defense by her so far this afternoon.
And it does take off time from the shot clock with only 10 remaining.
Chowan really deep into the rotation as almost everyone's already seen action here for the Hawks. 15-footer off the glass, too strong, batted around. And that should have been a reset as that one would have hit the glass. So the reset now as they carry on, and Waters loses control of it, and it'll be Chowan basketball.
Shot clock needs to be a little bit quicker there, down at the scorer's table. As now it should be reset to 20 as well after hitting the rim.
So as Will said, a new 20 at the 3:40 mark. Warriors up 22-16. 4 out, 1 in. The 1 in right now is Green, number 22. Pick and roll. Could have been a moving pick there. Shots touched by Waters, and that really thwarted the attempt there by the Hawks. Burnett brings it across the timeline, comes this side to Hall, all the way to the corner to Hartgrave. Out to Hendricks with the 3 ball, and that's off. And here come the Hawks.
It wasn't bad movement there. Good in and out passing by the Warriors, able to find the open shooter, just unable to put it home.
Bland fires the 3 ball at the top of the key, misses it, but offensive board and a putback by number 12, Barnett. Freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland for 2. 22-18 in favor of the Warriors. 2:45 left. Hartgrove to Burnett. Back to Hartgrove. Steps into one. Thought there was going to be a foul call, and everybody waited. No call. This time Hall drives in and takes the foul, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. kind of an awkward moment when it looked like Hartgrove was clearly fouled at the three-point line. Everyone stopped.
She was very easily cut off, almost like running into a wall. She was stunned, and everyone stopped on the court. No whistle blew. Everyone just stopped and froze, looking for something.
So a couple of those incidents here already in this game. Right now, Denisha Hall heads to the line to shoot two. And the junior knocks down the first. 23-18. And she knocks down the second. 2:34 left, first half. 1-2-2 pressure from the Warriors. Hawks get it across the timeline, right down the middle, and a walk called as Barnett caught it in the lane and walked with it before giving it up at the foul line.
Right, it was good pressure by the Warriors there again. Really just keeping things a little bit chaotic so that Chowan's not able to get in too much of a rhythm.
Block shot there by Barnett and the Hawks, and they're in transition now, all the way into the low block, off the glass and good for two. So Barnett blocks it on one end and scores it for two on the other. 24-20, 2 minutes left, first half.
Yeah, the key now for the Warriors is just get your good shots, get your open shots.
Right now, the length of the Hawks is successfully knocking the ball out of the hands of the Warriors and on shot attempts. 5-second call against the Warriors turns the ball over to the Hawks. 1:52 left. It's 24-20 in favor of the Warriors. Corner three by Hopkins. Short on that, and it's tipped out of bounds off the Hawks. It'll be a new shot clock for the Warriors at 1:39. Let's see if we can get a 4-out one in and see if Waters can touch it and get a backdoor cut for the Warriors. Up high now to Hall, 17 on the shot clock. Far side to Williams, inside to Burnett. Burnett off the glass and too strong again. And what a frustrating night for Barnett as she is getting the looks. You just can't convert it right now, and she's usually super clutch off the glass.
That's right. That one was one of her best looks of the night, as she was able to just spin around the defense there and had a nice easy up with the left, just too strong once again off the glass.
So you got to believe that Burnett will find the touch. And we would just hope she continues to work it on the defensive end, as she has been money down here. She now plays man-to-man underneath, gets her hand on it. Morrison able to take away to Burnett now. Burnett far side to Hall. Hall brings it across. Secondary transitions. Williams pulls it back out to Hall. She puts it on the deck with the right hand. Morrison in the block. All by herself, and a block shot there by Jones, and Hall able to get it back and put it in off the glass for two, and the fist pump.
That's right. Denisha Hall got her shot blocked, got the ball back, put it up, count the basket and the foul. And she was excited about that one, and you got to bet her team will be too.
Foul shots long. Jones with the rebound. Here come the Hawks now. Jones 1-on-2 as she barrels her way through, and a jump ball call. I thought that Jones was a little bit out of control. Luckily not to get called for an offensive foul there.
Could have been offensive foul, could have been a travel, could have been a number of things, but arrow was pointing in the Warriors' favor, so they retained possession here.
So 30 on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. Decent pass there. And it gets knocked out of bounds off the Hawks. Be Warrior basketball with 15 seconds on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. Could be a good possession here for the Warriors. They score 2. You go up 8. Going into the locker room.
That would be a huge momentum builder for them going into halftime here. But again, looking for the cut. It wasn't there that time as the player had already moved from the space. So the Warriors really now just need to hold this basket here to keep it a 6-point lead.
Pretty good defense so far as Jones knocks it out outside. Thrown one up there by the Hawks. And we do go to halftime, 26-20 in favor of the Warriors.
That was a crazy ending to a half as bodies were kind of just flying everywhere down in the Warriors' defensive end. As you said, they lead by 6.
We'll go to halftime as well. It's Will and Chris here with your Warriors up 26-20. You're listening to Warrior Basketball on the SWU Sports Network.
And there's nothing like March Madness, and there's nothing like basketball in Conference Carolinas. Conference Carolinas basketball is second to none, and this year the road to March Madness for Conference Carolinas basketball goes through Spartanburg. With the 2020 Basketball Championship scheduled for March 7th and 8th at the first class Jerry Richardson Indoor Stadium. To learn more about the 2020 Conference Carolinas Basketball Championships and to make plans to be in Spartanburg, visit conferencecarolinas.com. The website will be updated daily with special ticket packages for the championship along with much more. It's a great place to learn about all of the tremendous things happening in Conference Carolinas. You definitely do not want to miss the fun at the 2020 Conference Carolinas Basketball Championships, March 7th and 8th. We will see you in Spartanburg.
There is nothing like March Madness, and there is nothing like basketball in Conference Carolinas. Conference Carolinas basketball is second to none, and this year, the road to March Madness for Conference Carolinas basketball goes through Spartanburg, with the 2020 Basketball Championships scheduled for March 7th and 8th at the first-class Jerry Richardson Indoor Stadium. Visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more. See you in Spartanburg.
Welcome back after the halftime, where the Warriors lead 26-20. We've got about a minute 25 left here before the
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend.
official stats. Chowan, 8 for 31 from the floor for 26%, 3 for 10 from the three-point line for 30%, 1 for 2 from the line. Your Warriors, 9 for 30 for 30% from the floor, 2 for 7 for 29%, and 67% from the foul line. 6 turnovers for the Warriors, 3 for the Hawks. And right now, leading scorer for the Hawks is number 5, Coker, with 7 points. 7 points also for number 30, Emily Waters, and the Warriors. So we're ready to get rolling here in quarter number 3, where the Warriors lead 26-20 here in historic Tysinger. Remember, your Warriors will be back in action on Saturday as they travel to Wilson, North Carolina, 2 o'clock tip versus Barton College and the Bulldogs. Here we go. Chowan basketball out of the halftime break. And a fresh 10 here in the third quarter. Man-to-man defense by the Warriors. High pick and roll now. Number 24 glides in. That's Copeland to Hopkins now. Hopkins hands off to Barnett. Barnett dribbles around, looks inside to Hinton. Hinton turns strong, goes off the glass, no good. Knocked around, up off the glass again, no good. Waters with the defensive boards. And here comes Burnett and the Warriors. One 1-4 set for Southern Wesleyan. 2-3 zone for Chowan. 15 on the clock. Waters stuck in the low block. Tries to go hard off of Chowan's leg, and it goes right to Chowan off the bounce. So here come the Hawks now. Far side 3 ball. On its way, too strong. Burnett with the defensive board for the Warriors. She brings it this way to Waters. And now Hall off the bounce. She goes too high and out of play. Chowan basketball. So Chowan with a fresh 30. And we're still at 26-20 here. Third quarter just underway here in historic Tysinger on the campus of Southern Wesleyan. That one goes up too strong, and here comes Burnett and the Warriors. Emily Waters has lost her shoe down here on the opposite side. Williams fires one up. Burnett comes out, knocks it back to Williams. Chowan able to come up with it, and now dribble drive. Knocked away by Waters. Possession regained by the Hawks. And that ball is going to go off the Hawks and out of play. Just an ugly sequence here, offensively, defensively, for both the Hawks and the Warriors. It's going to be Warrior basketball out of that, and Waters now with her shoe back on, ready to roll. One 1-4 set again for Southern Wesleyan. This time it's swung to the left side, looked inside, denied, going inside to Waters. Williams makes the face cut. Hall tries to go baseline. Step back, goes all the way to Williams. 5 on the shot clock, and Nisi Williams now is going to have to fire one up. Waters inside, gets it blocked, and it's going to be possession Hawks on the 30-second shot clock. Penalty against the Warriors. So we're still at 26-20. Nobody's scored here as we've entered the third quarter. 7:30 left. 2.5 minutes in, and we've yet to see a bucket. There's one as number 33, Hopkins, able to put the right-handed runner in off the glass for two. Burnett stuck in the double team, goes to Waters to Hall. Hall goes Euro step off the glass and good for two. Coker up top. Gives it up to Copeland, who goes inside. Gets it blocked away, but back to number 32, Hinton, who able to go up strong, get the bucket and the foul, and she'll head to the line to shoot one. That one is the second foul called against Burnett and the Warriors. That one clanks home for Chowan, who's now pulled within three. The Warriors had a 6-point lead going into halftime at 26-20. Left side to Hendricks, three ball on its way. It's short, rebounded though by Burnett, who goes off the glass and good for two. Hopkins tries to dribble drive, gets cut off. Copeland now with the ball. Copeland fires the three. Burnett challenges, and it ricochets all around and off of Burnett this time and out of play. So 20 on the shot clock for Chowan. Coker now with the set. Goes left side. Hopkins now looks inside but tries to dribble drive. And she gets called for the charge. She runs into Emily Waters just off the right block. Burnett goes to Hall. Hall loses it, gains it back, goes far side to Williams. Williams fires a three, and it's good for Anicia Williams and the Warriors. 33-25 here, 5:35 left, third quarter. Three ball by Hopkins goes off the glass and good for three. Three-two defense by the Hawks. Waters with the into the right block. Picks up the foul, headed to the line to shoot two. So Waters will head to the line to shoot two. The foul was against number 32. Her third, team's second. Waters knocks down the first here at the 5:15 mark, third quarter. Waters makes a second. She heads to the bench. Morrison will come in. Warriors up 7. Copeland off the bounce here, right side, goes back high. Burnett, though, there to take it away. See if Burnett can finish, and she gets fouled on the way up, and she'll head to the line to shoot two. Burnett continues her good defensive play here early in the third quarter. Warriors on the verge of a momentum swinger here, up 7 with 5:05 left in the third. A little long on that first attempt. Burnett readies for the second of two. Burnett, the senior, knocks it down. She's now at the top of the 1-2-2 press. That ball almost taken away by the Warriors, but Chowan able to maintain possession, 20 on the shot clock. Inside, good move there by number 11, Destiny Robinson, who gets fouled and makes the bucket, and she'll head to the line to shoot one. Fouls against number 34, Morrison. And with that foul, we'll head to a media timeout. 4:43 left. Your Warriors up 36-30. You're listening to Warrior Basketball on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Out of the media timeout, Warriors lead 36-30, 4:43 left, third quarter action, and number 11, Destiny Robinson, heads to the line to shoot one, trying to complete the three-point play. Bounces around and out, Morrison with the rebound. Knocked away and gained by Robinson, and the Hawks knocking an easy two.
Yeah, Warriors couldn't find a way around the full court pressure there. And the ball tipped right to the Hawks.
So the momentum swing that the Warriors were starting to have, given right back to the Hawks, now with a second turnover in a row. 4:10 mark. The Hawks with their own momentum. 1-4 set now. Up high to Coker, to Robinson, who's been hot here as of late. She drives off the glass, and they're going to count it for two, and she's going to head to the line for another attempt at a three-point play. Coach Davis and the Warriors thought that was an NBA and one, or what they call continuation.
Yeah, that call could have gone either way. It could have been called on the floor and was called the other way it could have been, which was a continuation of a shot.
So she's able to knock down the three-point play this time. And she's actually got a 7-0 run by herself. Inside the Waters, over the left shoulder and up off the glass, and good for two, and Waters now will go to the line for a three-point attempt.
That was a great play there by Waters. Defender for Chowan, unable to get her feet really set inside the arc when she tried to draw the charge, and Waters able to be strong going up to the basket.
Waters gets it to roll in. So 39-35, 3:45 left here, third quarter. Across the timeline, back into Robinson off the glass for two. Looked like the Warriors may have been in two different defenses there on that set.
Yeah, with the full court press, they really have to be in sync with each other to not leave a man open.
Hall with the 3 ball, bounces around and off, and here comes Coker and Chowan. 15-footer, good for number 14, Anaya Patterson. And we're tied up at 39 all after a 7-point lead by the Warriors. 4 out, 1 in for Southern Wesleyan as Waters connects and tries to get it through to T. Williams. Nothing there, and the turnover gives the ball to Chowan, who is now looking to take the lead. Patterson again able to knock it down, and I'm going to anticipate a timeout call here as the freshman from Dover, Delaware, knocks it down for 2, and they now have a 2-point lead.
I would have anticipated 1-2 as the Hawks have come back after trailing for a while and now lead.
4 out, 1 in as Williams forces one up and gets the foul call, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. And actually, a rotation right now is going to bring in Carolyn Reese for Denisha Hall, and number 22 comes in, Green. She comes in for Robinson, who has done some major damage here in the third period. Williams able to knock down the first. Kind of stop the bleeding as the Hawks have been on a major run.
Yeah, Warriors right now with the rest of this period need to keep it within that one-score game, hopefully tie it up or regain the lead going into the fourth.
Shots off the mark, knocked around and off of Chowan. It's going to be Warrior basketball.
Good play there by Hendricks. She was seeing herself going out of bounds and threw it right off the Chowan player. So 28 on the shot clock, Warrior basketball.
Matchup 3-2 zone for Chowan. Thrown away there by Hendricks and the Warriors, and here comes Chowan. Far side now off the bounce. Dribble drive, kicked out far side to number 14, and the 3 ball is good for Patterson and the Hawks. Not sure what happened there. Got a Warrior basketball sideline here. Looked like maybe
may have been a
clock situation.
That's what I'm thinking.
So Warrior basketball, 20 on the shot clock. Warriors desperately need a bucket here. Williams loses it, goes up though, now airballs it at the rim. Here comes Chowan, far side. And now this time Chowan going to have it on the far sideline.
Yeah, some technical difficulties with the clock and shot clock. It is tough, though, with that equipment. I've been down there trying to handle it. When you reset it one way, it's hard to get it back set to that 30. And so everything has to kind of come to a stop in order to get it right.
All right, so 27 on the shot clock, 1:18 on the game clock. Chowan ball up 4 here late in the third.
As the clock did not start there, they had it in bounds for about 3 or 4 seconds, and only 1 second ran off the shot clock. And now they have it under control as the ball comes back in.
Robinson goes hard to the rim and is able to go off the glass and good for 2. Just an unreal run here by the Hawks. 44-40. Hall to Hendricks. Hendricks on the bounce. Hall now, as he picks it up, she's foul line extended. 15 on the shot clock. Hall got to find somebody here. She's under the 5-second count, and the 5 count is called, and the turnover gives the ball to the Hawks with 42 seconds.
Warriors right now really need to keep this one close going into the fourth period. They need a big stop here and a bucket to end this one.
Patterson into the corner, 3 ball, too far, but the offensive board and putback by number 5, Mariah Coker. The senior gives the Hawks an 8-point lead, and this is a 15-point turnaround for Chowan here in this quarter.
And this will result in a 1-and-1 for Waters, or 2 shots.
Looks like 2 shots, 15.2 seconds left. Anything the Warriors can do to really just keep this, like you said, Will, 1 to 2 possession ball game, and they'll have the fourth quarter to kind of get themselves back into it. That one rims off. Second one coming for Waters and the Warriors. Able to knock that one down. So the Warriors down 7. 12 on the clock. Coker brings it across with the bounce. Man-to-man defense by the Warriors. Shot clock off. Corner 3 is up and good. And that's number 23, Olivia Gaither, who knocks down the 3. And it's a 10-point lead for the Hawks as we go into the fourth quarter with the Hawks up 51-41.
And there's nothing like March Madness, and there's nothing like basketball in Conference Carolinas. Conference Carolinas basketball is second to none, and this year the road to March Madness for Conference Carolinas basketball goes through Spartanburg, with the 2020 Basketball Championship scheduled for March 7th and 8th at the first-class Jerry Richardson Indoor Stadium. To learn more about the 2020 Conference Carolinas Basketball Championships and to make plans to be in Spartanburg, visit conferencecarolinas.com. The website will be updated daily with special ticket packages for the championship along with much more. It's also a great place to learn about all of the tremendous things happening in the Conference Carolinas. You definitely do not want to miss the fun at the 2020 Conference Carolinas Basketball Championships, March 7th and 8th. We will see you in Spartanburg.
The visiting Hawks, 51-41.
Key here, this period, is for the Warriors to retain possession and have minimal turnovers and continue to find their open shots.
Yeah, not a bad look there by Hall. Letting away with no points. Down 10. Got to get it down to 5 at the 5-minute mark. Really give yourself a shot. Burnett continues with the stellar defense, but throws it away. And now number 14, Patterson, goes up as it's blocked the first time and finished by Robinson and the Hawks.
Yeah, tough almost triple team there for Burnett as she tried to pass it across court. And unable to connect on that one.
Hall to Waters. Waters now looks far side, tries to go, force it into the backdoor cut. Right now the Warriors, like you said, Will, coming away with empty possessions.
Yeah, it's 2 back-to-back possessions for the Warriors where they've passed it away right to the Hawks.
And Anicia Williams picks up the charging call. As it looks like it goes against number 14, Anaya Patterson. Picks up her third, team first. Right now, the energy level and the rotation on both ends of the floor is a step slow by the Warriors. Warriors have got to find a little bit of momentum or a little spark, and maybe this is it here as Hall finishes off the glass and good for two.
Again, on that backdoor cut, they're able to find the open man and squeeze it through. Just to get two, you don't have to look for the big three ball quite yet. Just keep putting them up and in when you're in close.
Yeah, right now, defensive stops and the ability then to come down and get multiple looks for the Warriors will be key. Discussion underneath, and they're going to switch the call. It's going to go in favor of the Hawks, so it stays here. Should be 20 on the shot clock.
It shouldn't have reset at all. Well, it should be at 20. You're right. It did hit the rim. Yeah. And so they'll discuss that right now.
Looks like they're discussing with a statistician to find out maybe where the shot clock should be. But at the very least, it should not be 30. Should be at least 20, if not less. So right now the Hawks have it. They're up 10 at the 8-11 mark. One foul here against the Hawks. And they're going to knock it down to 12. So 12 on the clock, shot clock, 8-11.
18 now.
All right, so it's at least less than 20.
Well, we weren't sure if it hit the rim, if anything happened.
A charge called against number 22, Green, as the junior just gave her the right hand shiver and knocked Waters to the floor. Warriors are getting some calls in that low block right now, but they've got to convert on the offensive end.
They do, and this possession, I feel, would be the most important one coming into the end of this one, as they do need a basket here, as, again, Burnett just too strong down low.
So Coker brings it across to Copeland. Copeland tries to cross over, denied there by Burnett. Hopkins now off the bounce, throws one up off the glass, too strong. Robinson able to finish it at the rim and fouled there by Burnett. So that's going to send Robinson to the line for another three-point attempt. Rattles around and out as Emily Waters is able to get the defensive board. Still time for the Warriors, but they got to get going. Every possession is going to matter here in the next few minutes if they're going to make a run.
Right now, they're just not on the same page offensively, as things you said earlier are a bit slower than they were. Could be fatigue, but at this point in the season, you have to be sharp mentally as well as physically in order to come back in these tough situations.
Looks like man-to-man defense here by the Warriors, and a foul there by Emily Waters as the body called against her as she picks up the second team foul here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors, and the second foul for Waters. So that sends number 33, Hopkins, the freshman, will head to the line to shoot two with the Hawks up 12, 7:10 left. That one's good. Hopkins, a freshman again, a 6-footer from Portsmouth, Virginia. fires it away and rattles off the right side. But again, a rebound there by Destiny Robinson. And a timeout called and a timeout granted to Chowan and head coach LaToya Jones. Be a 30-second timeout here with the Hawks up 56-43.
So a couple of key items right now for the Warriors. 7 minutes remaining in this one, down by 13. They'll come out in a defensive stance to try and stop this momentum, huge momentum swing here in the second half for the Hawks. Chris, what are some of your key takeaways right now that they have to implement looking forward into these next 7 minutes?
Well, I would wonder if you come out in something completely different defensively. Just one, to grab the attention of your own team, or to definitely not have Chowan know what you're about to face. She's drawn something up over there on the sideline, likely against a man-to-man. So at times I've seen Coach come out of these timeouts in a 1-3-1, maybe get a double team high. I think we've really got to try to pressure the ball right now and make this a full court game and try to get it back within a single-digit number, and then you can play straight up. But there's got to be a run here within the next 2 to 3 minutes, or it's going to be tough sledding going into the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. So out of the timeout, it's Chowan basketball. They've got a stack set right side. Robinson's going to come up and screen the ball. Backside three comes. Pretty good set look for a three. Nothing doing, but an offensive rebound gives the Hawks a second and third chance. Hawks all back on defense. Secondary break now as Burnett puts it on the deck. Skips it out to Hendricks. Hendricks to Williams. 4 out, 1 in with Morrison in. Hall can take it to the rim, and she goes hard, but loses the ball, and it's going to be Hawk basketball. 6:32 left. Nothing going the right way for the Warriors.
Yeah, just unable to keep control of the ball right now and causing some unfortunate turnovers, but that one picked off as they were in the full court press trying to force passes.
And right back to the Hawks. And anytime the Warriors are able to get momentum, it just can't sustain it. So Hawk basketball, they're going to pull it out with Coker now. She's going to go 4 out, 1 in. 13 on the shot clock. Robinson gets double teamed in the low block and called for the travel. And that gives the ball back to the Warriors. 5:59, 56-43. Matchup 2-3 zone here for the Hawks. High pick and roll. Hall steps into the three, bounces off the front rim, no good. Here come the Hawks now in transition. They've got a 3-on-2. Warriors able to slow it down, and Burnett gets her hands on it again. To the rim, off the glass, and good this time for the Warriors.
Yeah, able to put that one in.
1-2-2 pressure comes from the Warriors.
She needs to continue to use those quick hands and get a couple more of those fast breaks. Oh, so close there, just like that one, though.
She has been reading the passing lane tremendously well. Morrison this time with the tip pass, keeps it. She goes hard off the glass and good as that thing rolls forward and in.
And maybe this is just what the Warriors need. Able to put 2 baskets in back-to-back off a couple steals. Looking for the three-point play from Morrison. And a couple switches and a timeout now will be taken right at the 5-minute mark for the media. And so this is the change the Warriors truly do need as they'll come out with half of the time left in this fourth period.
Yeah, Haley, Morrison, and Burnett here. A little bit of a spark. And sometimes you just need to see the ball go in. It doesn't matter how it goes in. In that case, I don't know how that ball went in. It hit the bottom of the rim, rolled up over the rim and down, and she gets the foul, so she'll head to the line to shoot one. So it's going to be 4 straight points for the Warriors, maybe 5, and that will give them an opportunity to set up again in the full court pressure and see if Chowan gets a little tight.
And, you know, sometimes basketball can just defy the laws of physics.
Now we're going to get deep, and I work in athletics, and anytime you bring up physics and geometry and anything else,
Well, don't bring that up with me. I hate math.
Yeah. So at the 5-minute mark, we're just going to talk basketball. And the Warriors here in the media timeout need to see if they can continue this little bit of momentum that they have. So Morrison's going to come back on the floor. She's going to shoot the and one. Remember, your Warriors will be back in action on Saturday as they travel to Wilson, North Carolina to take on the Bulldogs. Tip-off time, 2 o'clock.
That's right. Warriors bring in a couple substitutions as number 24, Carolyn Reese, and number 23, Tanasia Williams, will sub in to try and maybe get some shooters as the N1 is able to go in off another funky bounce.
Looked like an over and back call. That was missed there. That one almost thrown away. Far side 3 ball goes up for Chowan, and that one goes in. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Hawks.
But again, Warriors trying to keep the full court press, leaving the man open.
Foul called on the reach-in over the back. Tanasia Williams. That foul, I believe, against number 22. She heads to the bench. That's Green. That's her 3rd, team 4th.
Warriors need to get it in.
That's Reese to Burnett. Burnett goes far side to Brooke Hendricks. Hendricks fires the 3 ball, no good. Rebound by Jones. Here comes Coker. Coker far side to Hopkins. Hopkins fouled, misses the layup, but she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And with the Warriors down 11, they continue to look for that 3, but their game needs to stay down low and inside and just work these last 5 or 4.5 minutes as they're able to drive down, and they've been putting them off the glass as of late, able to really get in their rhythm there, but that 3 ball is still not falling.
So Hopkins will head to the line. She's going to shoot 2, the freshman from Long Island, New York. Knocks down the first. Actually, I got the wrong number. So the freshman, she's from Virginia, and I've said that multiple times, so I knew that seemed wrong. So Hopkins now knocks in the second. Man-to-man right now is just extended out high. Williams has got the lane. It forces a pass, and a bailout call going to be called against Jones. And that's going to send the Warriors to the line now to shoot 2 for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, they've been looking for those open lanes, and they were fortunate to get that call from the official.
And you see it from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Is able to knock that one down. Second one's good for the Warriors and Anicia Williams. 1-2-2 comes now, far side. The Warriors trying to push up and see if they can get something knocked away up high, which is exactly what you want right now, just under 4 minutes. Robinson takes the body inside and is going to go to the line to shoot 2, as I believe the foul call against Anicia Williams. It's Anicia's first, team 4th.
And fouls like that down low are okay right now with only 4. giving that one up, making the player work for it as she misses the first one.
Yeah, and the Warriors exactly what you got to do. You got to go half-court trap, and you got to work high. And if they can get it in low, you're right. You try to get the steal, or you probably need the foul.
And that time it did pay off as they missed both free throws.
Oh! And Williams gets called for the charging call. And she may have had her feet outside of that semicircle. It's just a tough call for the Warriors at the time.
Yeah, tough call. Williams able to put it in the basket. But again, just that tough call of it going the other way.
Half-court trap, Burnett and Hall. Burnett able to take it away. Burnett tries to go cross-court to Hall. Gets tipped, but it goes right to Hall. Hall goes inside to Burnett. Burnett keeps it, tries to go off the glass for two, and gets fouled, and she'll head to the line to shoot two. Still unbelievably just an 11-point game with 3:19 left.
The Warriors can get this back on within single digits. They're not totally out of this game.
We're not. It just seems like it's like pulling teeth right now to get a good look at the rim. The 5-possession game, if you go straight by twos, you make a couple threes, and man, you're right back in it.
That's right, but defensively, they do need to continue that pressure and get these stops and turnovers.
9-point game. And you've got to gamble high and try not to give up anything cheap. Burnett here going to try to get her hands on something, a deflection, anything to get something on the offensive end. Robinson inside. Goes inside to Jones, 5 on the shot clock. It's up high now with Hopkins. She's going to have to make something happen. It's off the backboard, no good, and it's going to be a 30-second violation as it never touched rim.
No, it did not. So that's exactly what the Warriors needed, as able to take a lot of time off the clock, but not give up the basket to keep this one within 9.
Yeah, that's the only negative, is a full 30 seconds went off there, but you didn't lose ground. So again, like you said, all they need are twos right now.
They really just need to keep looking for those cuts inside. Right there to Waters. Again, it's called a charge.
That is a tough one for me to say was a good call. I mean, she turned. It was minimal contact in the post. Hawks basketball, and that would have got the Warriors within 7. As she had already knocked down the bucket. Hopkins up to Coker. Coker now off the bounce. 9 on the shot clock. Warriors got to get another stop here. Coker with the floater. Good.
Just as time was expiring. 2 for the Warriors.
Hall to Burnett to Waters. Waters 15-footer. Off the front of the rim, no good. Burnett turns, loses it, tries to knock it to Hall and knocks it off out of bounds off the Hawks. 16 on the shot clock, 1:45 left. Warriors need a quick run right now.
At this point, they needed the quick inside.
That was a lot more body contact there by the offensive player than what he called earlier on the charge call.
It's interesting to see what calls they'll make now in these last 2 minutes with both teams going to the line.
Oh.
As you're right, Chris, that one had a lot more contact. Almost full arm extension, but called the other way.
Waters is able to bounce it around and in. And we're back to a 10-point game. Jones with the defensive board. Looks like Coach Jones potentially looking for a timeout, and she gets one on the sideline. With 1:35 left, she's up 10. Takes the 30-second timeout.
Yeah, and right now Warriors will need a stop. Warriors will need a stop.
Got to have a stop here. You've got to go hard for a double team. You might even just go straight man on the ball on the first pass and then try to get a deflection and a double team because they might be anticipating the first double team. But whatever you do, you've got to go hard for it. And then you start wondering, do you start fouling now? Because they're going to run clock.
Once the Warriors get their first possession back after this defensive stand, if they're able to make the first basket, whether it is a 2 or a 3 or not, will determine, I think, whether they start to foul.
20 on the shot clock. Coker with the ball. Hopkins now dribbles it. And with 15, there's a foul call, and it's going to send Hopkins, who's been draining the free throws, to the line to shoot 2.
An interesting call, but trying to keep time on the clock.
And it may have been a lot of times when a ref hears the coach yelling, get one, get one. A lot of times they'll give you that foul, even though it was really high. Hopkins able to roll that one around and in. And we're back up to an 11-point game, 1:27 left here in the fourth. Rims out, but can't come up with the board. And another foul called against Southern Wesleyan. That's going to send Hopkins back to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Waters frustrated on that one. She had the ball, thought she was held up there as she tried to gain control of it.
So, Will, that's probably going to be it for the Warriors here with 1:23 left. I think any chance of the momentum swinging just closed there. It's a 13-point deficit now for Southern Wesleyan.
Yeah, 13-point game. I've seen some crazy things happen, but as you said, the momentum swings as the tie ball will lead to a Chowan possession. Just weren't able to keep that once they got it.
Right. Yeah, we came out this afternoon with good intensity, good looks at the offensively, even though missed a bunch of layups early, but then finished the half strong.
Finished the half strong, went into the locker rooms leading by 6, but unable to just keep that train rolling along into the second half.
So remember, the Warriors will be back in action. There's 2 games left for these ladies. They'll travel to Wilson, North Carolina, 2 p.m. tip as they take on the Bulldogs of Barton College. And then to finish the regular season, back here Tuesday night, that's the 25th, take on the Flying Fleet of Erskine, 5:30 tip-off. Remember, the Warriors will be back in action here as well. And the men will take on the Hawks of Chowan. Approximately 20 to 25 minutes after this one's done. So right now looking to be about a 7:35 tip for the Warriors and the Hawks.
That's right, and the men's team for the Warriors right now sitting at 4th in the conference, as this could be a big conference win for them after their recent loss to Lees McRae the other night.
So the Warriors right now actually tied for that 3rd spot with the Abbey. So it could separate them tonight. But also keep them in the hunt, as 13 wins right now is leading the conference. Ball inside the Waters, good catch. She puts it down for 2.
And, you know, you got to love the no-quit of the Warrior attitude. They still come out full-court press because there is still time on the clock.
Ellison on there as well as Hall as they push forward, and a reach-in call looks like against Hall, and it is. That'll send number 21 to the line to shoot 2. And that's Henderson, the junior out of Fredericksburg, heads to the line to shoot 2. First one's long off the back rim. .36 seconds left, so there's 2 more possessions at the very least. Diamond Ellison from the corner knocks down the 3. It's going to be Chowan basketball as it's tipped out of play. Pressure comes and Burnett gets the foul, and that'll send Henderson back to the line to shoot 2.
That may in fact be Burnett's 5th as she exits the court.
So Hendricks in for the Warriors as Henderson heads to the line to shoot 2 more. Again, a little long on the first attempt. Long as well on the second. Hendricks with the board. 20 on the clock. Ellison to Hendricks. Hendricks puts it on the deck, tries to go inside to Waters. Rolls around and out of play. It's 8 seconds left. Hawks basketball. And Will, that's going to do it.
Yeah, that'll do it here for the women's matchup today.
Warriors will fall to 3-17 in conference, and Chowan will go to 5-15, trying to find their way into the top 8. And depending on what Lees McCray Nurse can do, they could find themselves in that final spot. Well, you've been listening to Warrior Basketball. It's been Chris and Will here. We hope to see you back here in just about 27, 28 minutes for the men's game. You've been listening to Warrior Basketball on the SWU Sports Network.